Hey guys, Mr. Fair here. I'm just getting started with the second or third part of our presentation. Um, I've been relocated out of my house because my family is making too much noise for me to do a lesson. So I'm now outside. So where we were getting off to, a good start was talking about the idea of a CRQ and where the information you're getting on the map can help you, right? You need to analyze it. So this is the one we have in front of us. All right, we've got a picture here. I'll just sort of brighten the whole page up for a sec. This is our map for right now. This one right here, okay? So what I want you guys to think about is right off the bat, the question says, explain the geographic context for the development of the Babylonian Empire. And if you guys remember, what I said is we just have to decide how the geography affects the historical event. The historical event here is the development of the Babylonian Empire. How did the geography play a role in that? So if we zoom in now on this river and this river, you know that the Tigris and the Euphrates are the names they give us. So I said you have to have some outside information. The outside information is where you have to start to think about what you've already learned in my class. Like, what did Mr. Fair talk about the Tigris and the Euphrates? Well, if you can't remember, okay, we're talking about early river valley civilizations. It was one of our first units. Okay, and we talked about why the rivers were important. Think about it for a second. Why are rivers important to, civilizations? Why? All right. You should have been able to figure a couple things out. Then things came to your mind, right? Farming, irrigation, transportation. All right, there's a lot of reasons. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this information that we see in the map. We see the Tigris, the Euphrates. We've got a picture of the Babylonia. All right, we even remember Hammurabi, right? We learned about Hammurabi's code. All right, they give you a zoomed out map here. This is definitely the Middle East, right? You got Saudi Arabia over here, and then you're going to have what's going to be Iraq right here. So let's scroll down a little bit. All right, and I'm going to give you an explanation that I would write up. How do you start it? You start out by saying what comes to mind, right? What is the feature? What are you looking at? What are you looking to describe? All right. This is what I previously wrote up just to save a little time. The map shows two key rivers, Tigris and the Euphrates, that are located in the Middle East. It's all kind of right there. A little outside information. Doesn't really say Middle East, so that's a piece of outside information. These rivers were the key to the development of the Babylonian Empire because they provided irrigation and transportation. Sure. Okay. The early river valley civilizations were founded near waterways like this. Just a simple explanation, okay? But there is analysis in there. I'm talking about transportation. You could go into detail about that. You could talk about how they needed that water to grow on their farms, the irrigation systems they would be using, all right? So you can see that this is reasonable. You just have to tie together a couple different things, all right? Outside information, your analysis, and then put it into written words. And that's why I said we need to practice, okay? So I'm going to shut this one down, and I'm going to do one more, and then we're done.